Good morning.
Good morning.
So, are you awake?
Oh, barely.
Was it cold outside now?
Not that cold. I thought it was going to be colder, but so this was actually a little bit overkill. But
Oh yeah, with your jacket, like, and jumper.
yeah, I can just drop this little jacket and it would be completely fine. But yeah.
Well, I'm also wearing like layers because it's 9.5 degrees outside. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like just a few days ago. Maybe yesterday was like 16 degrees, so maybe it's gonna become warm today, but I don't know. So, do you know what we're doing today? Without revealing too much?
I know something, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. So I don't want to reveal too much, but people may be thinking, what the heck? Taking delivery of a Volkswagen ID.4 GTX? Did you miss a video about me buying a new car? No, you didn't. But we're still going to pick up a Volkswagen ID.4 GTX, which is going to be my new car for at least a few weeks, a month, maybe 2 months. I don't know. Do you know, Sindre? Do you have any idea?
No idea.
No idea.
So I'm really wondering now.
So we're on our way now this morning, this beautiful October overcast morning. I think it's going to be nice weather today. Later, we'll crossing my fingers because, you know, I'm from Western Norway and I'm nervous every fall, even though I lived here like in Oslo for like 5 or 6 years. I'm just waiting for the terrible weather. And you, Sindre, where are you from?
All the way north in Norway. So yeah, for me right now it's new snow up there already.
Yeah.
So I'm used to that.
So you're used to snow, I'm used to storms, but apparently, like, people say that the autumn, the fall here in Oslo is actually pretty beautiful and nice weather, and no storms. Is that your experience also?
Yeah, like talk to people that actually have lived here for like a whole life.
Yeah.
And it's and you say like it's really like normal and not that like stormy or something like that's what is on where you come from, but seems really stable and nice weather.
Yeah, it's weird. Every year I'm like, oh, now it's gonna, because we have like from the switch from summer to autumn, it's like, oh, maybe a little bit of rain, but it only lasts like a week or a few days. Oh, check this out. Get that Porsche. That's a cool color. I think that's like a paint to sample. I don't think that's a normal color.
A normal color, yeah.
Oh, talking about that before we, get to where we're going. So what does this yellow look like when I came up rolling up with the Taycan?
I really like the color. The
Yeah,
color
me too.
combination with the wheels and the black details, really nice.
Yeah, so I'll show the video a little bit, maybe a little bit B-roll before we get to the Volkswagen dealer. Okay guys, so we've just taken delivery of a Volkswagen ID.4 GTX, and the reason we're filming here and not at the Volkswagen dealer, which is Misrepresenting here in Oslo, is because of, lighting there was pretty terrible, didn't look too pretty, and I wanted to find a nice place. And for you guys who watch my videos, this is one of my favorite spots to film because it's calm here and lighting is pretty good, and I think the background is pretty nice. So that's why when we're not doing this video at the Volkswagen dealer, Misrepresenting. Huge thanks to them for, delivering this car out to me today. So what do we have here? Before I jump into why I have this car, how long I'm gonna have it, and what I'm gonna do with it, I just wanna show you guys just a quick walkthrough of this car. So this is a brand new Volkswagen ID.4 GTX. ID.4 is, the SUV ID Volkswagen, which is bigger than an ID.3, but a little bit smaller than the new ID.7. And also, this is the GTX version, which means it has all-wheel drive. So this has 2 electric motors, 299 horsepower, and a usable battery capacity of 77 kilowatt hours. So if we take a walk around here, Sindra, you can see that this car is actually all black. Black paint, black details. It's kind of hard to see. Check this out, the GTX logos there, and also these 21-inch wheels which are blacked out. And usually, I'm not a huge fan of blacked out cars, but yeah, I want you, Sindre, maybe to give your opinion on the look of this before I give my opinion.
Well, for me, I do like blackout cars. I think they're actually kind of cool, and
Yeah.
for me, it's like it's also like a cool statement type of thing. But I'm also not really a fan of rims like this one. But but actually do like it. But could be in some a little bit more like details. But as else, actually I like the color combinations.
Yeah, I agree. Usually, you know, going black on black on black, like this is, I don't know, triple black or quadruple black, it becomes a little bit too black. Like a little bit of details, and that's why with my car, I didn't want to go black wheels like my Taycan. But yeah, walk around here, I mean, everything is just black. I mean, the ID.4 in general is a good-looking electric SUV, but in this spec, if we go around and show the rear end, Sindra, just walk around here, look all the black details. I think it disappears a little bit. It's just a little bit. I mean, there are some things like the cool white on black Volkswagen logo. I think is pretty cool. But and then you have, you know, the rear lights with you know, the dark inserts. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I think it would be different if we lived in another country where, you know, the weather was nice all the time, where you had a lot of daylight. But the issue in Norway, in my opinion, is because, yeah, it's very dark a lot of the time of the year, and having a dark car, it just adds to that darkness. That may just be my opinion. So this GTX doesn't have that much equipment. When I open up this, I was surprised because it's actually not an electric tailgate. But if you come closer, you can see that the trunk is actually pretty big. So you have the charging cable bag there and my camera bag as for reference. And I think probably some underfloor storage. Not a lot, not a lot. But it's a huge, huge trunk. But this is unusual in a brand new car. Manual tailgate. So inside the interior of the ID.4 GTX, we hear that, you know, Volkswagen ID chime right away, or is that just a Volkswagen chime in general? I don't know if that's like a specific ID chime. I haven't driven a normal Volkswagen, a non-electric Volkswagen in a few years. But I mean, the interior is pretty nice. You have this nice leather steering wheel. You have, you know, the infotainment system screen up here. And then you have this red stitching on the dashboard. And then this piano black paint finish. If you come closer, you can check out the steering wheel here. That is also red details, red stitching with the GTX badge. It is pretty nice, but this is kind of a bare bones spec. You can see that we have, you know, fabric seats, but it's nice, you know, with those details. And here also the GTX embossed logo there inside of, or on the seat back there. But I mean, pretty comfortable seats. You have a lot of room here, headroom, a lot of adjustability in the steering wheel. Why does this car keep chiming? That's super, I didn't even press the accelerator, or maybe when I'm, oh yeah, every time I lift my bottom. Okay, that's kind of funny. That is actually kind of funny. So spacious, let's hop into the rear. We can show that there's a lot of room also in the rear. Yeah, this is spacious. You know, this seat is set to my driving position. I'm 5'10" or 178 centimeters, and I have plenty of knee room, plenty of foot room, and also plenty of headroom. This does not have a panoramic sunroof again. This is a GTX, but it doesn't have too much equipment. I think it has like the driver assistance package and then the 21-inch wheels. So yeah, it's a pretty nice family car. It's a pretty nice car if you plan on taking like 4 adults on a trip, because you have a lot of room here. Maybe I can turn around the camera. We can show you how Sindre will actually fit behind this, the passenger seat here. Do you have a lot of room?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And you're pretty tall. You're 187 centimeters, or about
Yes.
6'2.5", 6'3".
Yeah. Yeah, but this is actually good space. You
Yeah.
can easily drive 4 adults for actually a long drive with this space here.
Yeah, and what's nice here is that, you know, you're tall, so you have long legs, and
Yeah.
you don't. Do you feel like you're sitting on the floor, or is it quite decent, like the seat cushion height from the floor?
Yeah, I feel like the floor is a little bit, maybe a little bit high if because now my feet goes up, but if you take that out of the equation,
Yeah.
it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. You can actually stretch your legs a little bit as well. So it's no, it's really good actually.
Okay, so now for the reason I actually took delivery of this car. To be honest, this isn't my car, even though I did take delivery of it today. I did sign the papers, and I'm going to have this car for 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, maybe even longer, depending on the content I want to make, and also depending on what you guys want to see with this Volkswagen ID.4 GTX. So let me know in the comment section down below. But this car is actually belongs to Marcusbil, which is a dealership here in Norway, which sell, you know, new electric cars and almost brand new electric cars. And I've done a few videos with Marcusbil in the past, and they have this service, which is a subscription service for electric cars, where you can do like a month or 2 or 3 or longer renting an electric car for a very fair price. And with that, you have, you know, all the insurance costs, the service costs, and everything is baked into the price. So I'm going to do a little bit of videos like this with Marcusbil moving forward, because they are going to take delivery of a few cars that they're going to have for their subscription service. So I'm going to link that in the description box down below. So if you want to support the channel, if you're looking for, you know, renting or leasing an electric car for a shorter time period, maybe, you know, you're in between cars, maybe you just want a car for a month or 2 or 3, or you're coming to Norway on holiday for the summer or for the winter, for the spring or for the fall, and you want a car for like 3 or 4 weeks, this is actually a very cost-effective option. So I think they also do like delivery services. So if you come to the airport, I think they can actually do pickups and stuff like that here in Oslo. So I'm going to link all of that in the description box down below. But that's the reason why I have this car. It's a little bit of, you know, promoting them and this new service that they're offering. But it also, you know, in that promotion, they're giving me cars so I can test for a little bit longer period of time than I usually have with a press car, which is about a week. So guys, that is the reason I took delivery of this, the Volkswagen ID.4 GTX, and a pretty cool spec one at that. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.